Every time I see you, my heart aches with the realization that you're not mine. But in the quiet moments, when it's just my thoughts and dreams, I imagine what it would feel like if you were. If only fate had written our stories differently. You're a masterpiece in someone else's gallery, but my mind can't stop framing you in a place that belongs to me. I envision a world where I have the right to hold you close, a place where my name is the one on your lips every night. It's a strange torment to love someone you can never truly have. I lie awake imagining what life would be like if you were mine. Every conversation, every touch, every glance would belong only to us. But I know I can only hold you in my dreams. You're the forbidden fruit I can't stop craving. As much as I know you're not mine, I can't stop the endless scenarios in my head where we're together, where your laughter fills my days and your touch grounds my nights. It's torture, knowing you belong to someone else, but my heart insists on dreaming about a world where you're mine. I imagine waking up next to you, whispering good morning as if that could be my reality. You don't even realize how much space you occupy in my mind. You walk through my thoughts like you belong there, and I can't help but wonder what it would be like if that were true, if you belonged to me, even if just for a moment. There's an entire world in my mind where you're mine, where I can call you by a name that belongs only to me. But every time reality strikes, the pain of knowing you're not hits even harder. I'm not allowed to call you mine, but my heart doesn't care about boundaries. It imagines you in every space of my life, filling the gaps with your presence, pretending for just a little while that I could have you. I wonder if you feel it too, this pull, this connection we can't act on. In another life, maybe we'd be perfect together. But for now, I'll just have to dream of what could have been. You're the one thing I can't have, and yet you're the only thing my heart desires. Late at night, when no one's watching, I let myself imagine what it would be like to be the one you love. I see you with someone else, and it shatters me. But still, I can't stop picturing a world where you're mine, where every glance you give is meant for me, and where I never have to let you go. Sometimes I catch myself smiling at the thought of you, even though I know it's wrong. I imagine us together, your hand in mine, like it's the most natural thing in the world. But in reality, you're not mine to hold. It's strange to miss something you never had, but that's how I feel about you. I miss a life we never lived, moments we never shared. I imagine what it would feel like to call you mine, but those are just dreams. Every time I see you, it feels like a cruel reminder of what I can't have. But in the quiet moments, when the world is asleep, I let myself imagine, just for a little while, what it would be like if you were mine. You're not mine, and yet my thoughts are consumed by you. I daydream about a reality where you belong to me, where every laugh, every kiss, every moment is ours alone. You haunt my thoughts like a ghost of something that could have been. I imagine a life where you're mine, where every moment we spend together is just the beginning of forever. It's hard to accept that you're not mine, but even harder to stop imagining what it would be like if you were. In my mind, we're together, laughing, loving, living. But then reality crashes back in, and I'm left wanting. You don't belong to me, but that doesn't stop me from wishing you did. I imagine what it would feel like to hold you, to claim you, to make you mine in every way possible. I see you with someone else, and it kills me, but in my mind, I steal moments where you're mine, where every whisper, every touch, every heartbeat is for me and me alone. I tell myself it's just a harmless fantasy, but it doesn't feel harmless. It feels like a longing I can't shake, a desire to have you in a way that isn't possible. But still, I imagine and I dream. I shouldn't let my mind wander into places it doesn't belong. But when it comes to you, I can't help it. I imagine what it would be like if you were mine, completely, fully mine. There's a version of my life where you're at the center of it. In my mind, you're mine, and I don't have to hide how much I want you, how much I need you. But that life isn't real. I can't help but picture you as mine, even though I know you never will be. In my mind, you belong to me, and no one else can have you. But reality is never as kind as our dreams. You're the dream I can never wake up from, the desire I can never fulfill. I imagine us together, even though I know it can't be, but still, I cling to the hope that one day you'll be mine. The distance between us is filled with longing. You're not mine, but I imagine you are. In my mind, we share a life together, a love that defies all obstacles. I see your smile, and I imagine that it's for me, even though I know it's not. In another world, maybe you'd be mine, but for now, all I have are my daydreams. I live in two worlds, one where you're not mine and one where you are. The second one only exists in my mind, but it feels more real than the life I'm living without you. I know I can't have you, but my heart refuses to listen. It creates a world where you're mine, where every piece of you belongs to me and me alone. I dream of you in ways that I shouldn't, imagining what it would be like to call you mine. But those dreams fade in the daylight, reminding me that you were never mine to begin with. You walk through my mind as if you belong there. I imagine what it would feel like if you were mine, even though I know you never will be. But in my thoughts, you're mine, and that's enough. I wish I could stop myself from imagining what we could be. You're not mine, but in my dreams, you're everything. I see us together, living a life that's only ours. But every time I wake up, I remember you're not meant for me. I look at you and I wonder how different life would be if you were mine. It's a dangerous game, letting my mind wander to places it shouldn't. But I can't help but wonder how it would feel to own your heart. You're not mine, and that's a truth I struggle to accept. But my mind doesn't care about the rules. It creates a world where you belong to me, and every look, every word, every moment is something we share. In another life, maybe you'd be mine. I imagine us together, happy and complete, but this life isn't that. Still, my mind can't stop dreaming of what it would feel like to have you as mine. You're the one person I can't have, but you're also the one person I can't stop wanting. I imagine a life where you're mine, where your touch is something I can claim, but it's just a fantasy that I can't seem to escape. I know you don't belong to me, but that doesn't stop me from picturing it. I imagine a world where you're mine, where I can hold you without hesitation, but those dreams vanish when I remember the truth. I see you in someone else's arms, and it tears me apart, but in my mind, you're mine. I create a world where we're together, where no one else matters, and I cling to that dream even though it's not real. You're not mine, and yet I can't help but imagine what it would feel like if you were. I picture you beside me, holding my hand, laughing with me, loving me. It's a beautiful lie that I can't stop believing in. It's hard to look at you and not imagine what it would be like if you were mine. I picture us together, in love, happy, but that's just a dream, one that vanishes every time I remember you're not mine to keep. I know you belong to someone else, but in my mind, you're mine. I create a life where we're together, where every moment is ours. It's a fantasy, but it's the only thing that keeps me going. You're not mine, but in my head, you are. I imagine what it would be like to call you mine, to hold you close, to share my life with you. But those are just dreams, ones I know will never come true. Every day, I remind myself that you're not mine, but that doesn't stop the daydreams. I imagine us together, sharing a life, creating memories, but it's all in my head, a beautiful, painful fantasy.